Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I'm Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a good day. My brain's a lot clearer than it was yesterday. As you could tell when I did that video yesterday, my brain was being pulled in so many directions that I hadn't thought clearly about anything. So the scooter cabin is still an on. Yes, I'm going to get one. And I'm going to keep the Quingo. I've measured, and that part of my garden at the front with the stone wall is just big enough to keep the scooter cabin and the Quingo in. When I want to leave in either one, I'll just have to move the other out of the way slightly, that's all. No issues there. Why do I want to keep both? Because there's certain places that are too much for the Pride Revo, but will have entrances that are too small for the scooter coming. Now maybe in the future, after I've had the scooter coming for a while, and I get my situational awareness of its size and everything, and I know everywhere it can get to, then yes, I am at that point. I can thingy, but I'm gonna basically have to relearn, because its turning circle is not amazing. It's about half of the turning circle of a Quingo. And so I want to keep both of them, and I can just about fit there because I've got 350 centimeters, 3.5 meters worth of wall there, which is going to be removed. My friend Midnight Munchies is going to come down with I don't know what it's called, it's some kind of drill bit chisel that goes on the end of a drill system that's very good for that kind of thing, because we want to keep the bricks intact in case we ever want to put them back and redo it. What it'll take is some cement to do that, so they'll just be piled up in the backyard, and that gives me the freedom of not having something and losing out. The Quingo is still good, and yeah, so all of that is in line. I will be getting a new canopy for the Quingo because it's been damaged a few times trying to get out of the gate that is at my front of my garden. I have to do like a 15-point turn to get out of my front garden. It's not much room at all. So this is good. It'll all be set up. It'll all be ready there. So I'm happy about that. I am currently at the moment copying and transferring hard drive stuff, and I now have 5 computers set up, and I might even have a 6th computer for the cluster set up. Now, of course, most of them will be turned off a lot of the time to save electricity, but all I have to do is turn them on if I need them. Like the computer behind me, it's basically a mirror backup of my main PC, just with lesser components. It's got a 3550 AMD processor. It's got a 4060 8GB NVIDIA graphics card, and it's mostly mechanical drives in it. So it's not ideal for most things. It can still do the stuff, but to a lower degree. Once that's finished, it's still installing some games. By the end of the day, I will shut that one down, and that will just be turned on once a month as I just update it. Over here is a little mini PC that I've connected to my big screen over here as the media PC. That's being used to copy some sort of from one of the mechanical drives. This drive, there's a drive just here that's been formatted, which will be used as a backup for my primary data. And there is a 20 terabyte and an 8 terabyte drive in my main PC right there, and that one is actually, those are still being formatted at the moment. It takes a long time to format a 20 terabyte drive, roughly about 27 hours. If you're doing the proper format, and I really want them all to be fully properly formatted. What else is going on? Not much. I've had my breakfast. I'm working through a few bits and pieces in the house, trying to figure out. I've moved some of my when Lula was staying here, I moved a lot of my stuff into storage in my cupboards and that, and I'm slowly moving everything back out into where it was in the cupboards and everything. So, yeah. What else? What else is on my mind? Not much this morning. I'm pretty mellow this morning. I've got to do some planning and see where things go. But yeah, it'll be an interesting. I've done some checking, and it's going to be interesting to actually. Let's pause this. Okay, yeah, I've just checked my details in that, and about £4.81 worth of electricity each day where I've been running everything, which isn't bad. The good thing is all my computers are pretty low powered, with low powered graphics cards. So even though I've got 4 computers turned on in the house at the moment, well, 5 actually now, it's not drawing more than probably a full gaming system. And I've just got to wait and see how things go with everything. But it means that I can have multiple computers on without it pushing me beyond my budget. My budget is for electricity and gas is about £185 per month. I can cover that quite happily. Now, to put it in perspective, when I just have my main computer on and my low-powered NAS, I can get that down to £90, £80 a month. So it's good. I'm just doing some serious copying over of bits and pieces. So if I turn this on, where's my controller for that one? Yeah, so many controllers at the moment. So if I turn this one on, just check. There's about 13 hours. I'm making a backup of my primary NAS at the moment. About 13 terabyte is being shifted over to a new drive. That new drive will go away in a box and just be left like that. At that point in time, when this one's formatted here, this will be moved over there and it will be copied onto that as well. And I will have like 4 or 5 backups of all of my primary stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of okay now. The plan for everything to do with outside. At the end of this month, person who's going to deal with the equity release from the house, the money release from the house, is going to come and visit me, and we are all in tune. Life is working okay. Now, I've jinxed myself by probably saying that, but I don't mind. So, what else? Not really much at the moment. I'm just going to go and sort some things out on my main computer. I'm just keeping an eye on everything while all this I don't like having this many computers turned on at the same time. Well, let me rephrase that. I love having all these computers turned on, but it bothers me the electricity usage does. So things. I don't leave things on like that I used to. Roughly about 300 games are installing on that computer over there. Then I'll shut it down while I'm doing all the other bits and pieces around the house. Of course, I'm not looking forward to the 2 or 3 days that I'm going to have to do. With that one, I'm going to have to turn on all the games one and a go and update them and mod them and make sure everything's working. So, this is Jason for the Weather Channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful, splendiferous day.